Hey, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal,
I'm Andy O.
and we are KAMMA. We are back to talk about our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the prelims. The face-offs were at a crazy, ridiculous time of 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are getting out the video to you now at a reasonable time.
A crazy face-off time, but a
Yeah,
normal start time.
Yeah, exactly. Like it would have been insane to try to get the video out at 4 a.m. there. That would have been nuts. But watching the face-offs, I'm super hyped. I do have to let you guys know that we did lose a fight. Unfortunately, we lost the fight of Namzere Batbayar against Aaron Tao. The scary guy, Aaron Tao, with the tattoos there, he missed weight. And it was way too much weight that he missed. So they just scrapped that fight. So we're down to 13 fights. We're going to talk about the prelims. And the first fight, we got Sulang Rangbo versus Lawrence Louis. Andio, who you got in this one after watching the face-offs here?
Yeah, give me Rangbo here. Uh, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. I got just go and I'll get my shit together a little bit here.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, definitely looking at these two fighters, man, they are generally the same size. Sulang Rangbo, he's a little bit taller than Lawrence Louis. Lawrence Louis, I gotta say, physically is in a little bit better shape. I want to say a little bit more muscular and a little bit more ripped, wider a little bit. But Sulang Rangbo is the taller fighter. He's also in great shape. He's also very lean and ripped as well. Looks really good. So yeah, give me Sulang Rangbo. I still like this guy to win. I'm saying that he wins this by knockout or decision over Lawrence Louis. Just like this guy's fighting style, and I think he's going to get the upper hand here in this one. So give me Sulang Rangbo by knockout or decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that I think he's gonna wind up with more volume here. So if it goes to decision, I think that's where it's gonna be. And also, being on a 9-fight winning streak, we can see that his losses came earlier on in his career, right? So he's gotten better. He's only getting better, and I think he's significantly younger here, right?
Sulang Rangbo is very young. He's 20 years old.
There you
Lawrence Louis is 29 years old. So I like the young prospect here.
Yeah, there you
To
go.
get
Me
the job
too.
done.
Yeah, so
Which height advantage as well there.
give me Rangbo for decision here.
All right. So we are still in agreement with Sulang Rangbo for the first fight of the Road to UFC tournament. Now, next fight here, we got Kishiro Nakamura versus Sebastian Zalay. For this one here, I'm still sticking with Sebastian Zalay, despite him being much shorter than Kishiro Nakamura. You can see here that Kishiro Nakamura is very, very tall, and we expected that. I mean, he's got on topology, they had him having a 2-inch height advantage. I'm sorry, this is not a 2-inch height advantage. This is much more than 2 inches. In
Looking
my,
like a good four there.
you know what I mean? He looks like at least 3 to 4 inches taller here, but he is very lean. I did find that Sebastian Zalay is thicker, has a bit more weight on him, a little bit more muscular. Nakamura is much skinnier, but he is ripped as well, though. And I just think that Zalay has a good shot here at getting the job done in his hometown, in Australia. The crowd behind him. He's a decision machine. The guy fights very, very good. And I think that Nakamura is just going to be a little too wild out there and make some mistakes. So I'm going to go with Zalay here. And I say Sebastian Zalay wins this one by knockout or decision.
No way the shrimpy karate guy is gonna beat Nakamura here. Nakamura loves beating these fan favorites, especially when the crowd is against him. I think his power is just going to make the difference here because he's been getting knockouts all over the place. And all of these Aussies aren't going to win. All of these small Aussies, outsized Aussies, aren't going to win. In general, the smaller guys winning is going to come later on in the card, but this is not one of them. So I'm going to go with Nakamura by knockout or decision.
All right, so me and Andy O in disagreement with the second fight of the Road to UFC tournament. All right, let's move on up to the final fight of the Road to UFC tournament because we lost that other fight. We got here Don Mar Fan against Sang-Uk Kim. Who you got here, Andy O?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the guy who appears to have a lot more upside here in Dom Mar Fan. Who we got to mention again lost to a very skilled competitor who's competing tonight in Kilan Salkid. Those are his only two losses. If you're going to lose to anybody, I suppose he's the right guy to lose to. He doesn't lose that much by doing so, and you get the experience also. But yeah, he's a vet though. He's going to go for the takedowns, I imagine, but he'll lose the battle on the feet here. So he must take Fan down. We'll see how Fan's defense holds up. I think it should. So give me Fan by decision here. I think Kim's going to be pretty hard to put away, though.
Yeah, man. I'm also on the side of Don Mar Fan. Looking at these guys physically, again, about the same size. Sung-Yuk Kim, very muscular and ripped, though.
If I can interrupt for a second here, on the height, Fan will be taller. He's standing with a pretty wide stance is what I noticed for this pick.
Yeah, and I believe he had no shoes on, Don Mar Fan. I remember he had no shoes on, and Sung-Yuk Kim had shoes on in that one. So, yeah, he's definitely... They're not going to be, Sang-Yuk Kim is not going to be that much taller than Don Mar Fan. And, he's from Australia as well, Don Mar Fan. He's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage also on the Korean. Give me Don Mar Fan to get the job done. I like him to win this one by. He's got a lot of submissions too. I wanted to say that he's a very good at submissions. I'm going to go submission or decision for Don Mar Fan here. Okay. All right, so we are in agreement with the last fight of the Road to UFC tournament. Now we are going to get to the main fights of the UFC event.
Prelims. The main prelims.
Yeah, the main fights in the prelims there of this UFC event. No more Road to UFC guys here. Some actual real roster guys. We got Con Offley here against Yi Jia. This one here, I'm sticking with Yi Jia. Con Offley, of course, this guy comes in phenomenal shape. You can see his abs there in this picture. Absolutely shredded, super and amazing shape, phenomenal shape. The guy is ripped, muscular, he's built. But Yi Jia is also in very good shape as well. Maybe not as ripped, but he's also very good shape. He's also a little bit taller also than Con Offley here. And, he's a finisher, Yi Jia. He gets a lot of finishes, man, in his fights. He's going to have a significant 5-inch reach advantage over Con Offley. In topology, had these guys being the same height. I think Yi Jia is slightly taller, just a little bit. But he's a finisher, Yi Jia, man. He's got 6 knockouts, 14 submissions. So this guy is really, really good at submissions. I think that he's a better jiu-jitsu skilled fighter on the ground, even though Con Offley also in his own right has good submissions as well. I just think Yi Jia is a step ahead. So I'm going to go with the finish for Yi Jia by knockout or submission. I think Con Offley is going to come out here a little too hot and put himself in a bad position to get finished by sub or ground and pound. Give me Yi Jia to get the job done here by knockout or submission. Yeah,
I think this fight will be closer than the odds suggest here. Offley coming in at a pretty significant dog. Because Offley's tough as nails. He's going to have to get in there. But I was at the cusp of not believing he was UFC caliber, but he managed to get that win last time out there. against
Ricardo Ramos, he got the sub on Ricardo Ramos, but we've seen that Ricardo Ramos isn't that good.
yeah, Ricardo Ramos still has decent skills there. I was still surprised that Con Offley pulled that one off. But in this case, I'm going back to picking Yija here. I like the reach advantage here. I think he's going to have the snappier strikes. He's definitely better on the feet, and yeah, I think he can handle himself on the ground. Just don't get caught. Don't get beware of your back, and also try to get up quick because Offley, I imagine, is going to be searching to keep him on the ground. So give me Yija by, you know what, I'm calling finish also.
Yeah, Con Offley did get finished by Myron Santos, who was also a young prospect, and he got knocked out with a left hook, which wobbled him and brought him to the ground, and then he got ground and pounded out with strikes. And we've seen Yi Jia do the same thing to Weston Wilson in the last fight, where he hit him with that straight right and a left hook. So the strength and power of Yi Jia's strikes, I think, might catch the chin on Con Offley, and Offley's chin is kind of suspect. All right, so me and Andio agreeing on Yi Jia in this one to get the win by KO or submission. Let's move on up to the next fight. All right, this one here, we got this one was a crazy face-off, man, with Jonathan McAuliffe and Oban Elliott.
Okay, yeah, here, Oban Elliott just started talking to this guy as if he, stole his milk money or something. And I don't think Oban Elliott likes too many people, and that's the way we like it here. But I think McAuliffe, man, I think he's too skilled on the feet, and I think he's going to be able to stay safe enough if he gets to the ground. I think also he has to stay away from the clinch, because I think Oban Elliott's still good in the clinch here. People forget that. But I am going to go with, I believe it's the captain here. And just to outstrike him and maybe even get the finish here. But Oban is tough, even when he was getting dominated there by what's his name. He never really gave up, I don't think, until he had to. He got finished in the fight, I'm thinking of Oban Elliott here.
Yeah, the last fight that Oban Elliott fought in, I really thought he looked terrible, man.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'm right. Okay, he didn't give up, but yeah, did he ever look terrible in that fight, eh? So yeah, I also don't think he was expecting such a good ground game from Ko. But either way, I'm still going to take McAuliffe to piece up this guy in the feet and stay out of the clinch, and give me him by decision or knockout.
Yeah, in these face-offs, man, Oban Elliott's in phenomenal shape. I got to give it to him there. He came out ripped, built. He looks big. He looks really, really good. McAuliffe also is ripped as well. He's also in great shape. Maybe not as muscular there, but actually, no, he's pretty muscular too, McAuliffe.
Well, he's a little thinner overall.
A little on the thinner side.
Oban's a little on the thicker.
But Oban Elliott was talking so much shit, though, man. Talking about how, first of all, when he came out in the face-offs, he was saying "fuck off," "fuck you" to the crowd, giving the middle finger to the crowd. That's right there. That's disrespectful. The crowd was booing him. He was saying "fuck off" to the crowd. Then when he gets to the face-offs here, he's talking about, "I'm gonna kill you. You're dead. You're dead." Like, come on,
yeah.
man. He's just acting fucking ridiculous there. McAuliffe staying calm the whole time, just smiling at Oban Elliott's antics, and McAuliffe, he's gonna have a 5-inch reach advantage. So I like the 5-inch reach advantage if McAuliffe can keep this guy at a distance and just piece him up with leg kicks and jabs and punches, just outpoint him. I think Oban Elliott's going to try to keep this in a striking match as well. I don't know if he's going to go for the takedowns or try to go for submissions. He didn't do it in the last fight against Young Ko. We thought he was going to do it against Siak Young Ko. He didn't do it. So is he going to do it in this fight? I don't know. I'm going to go with Jonathan McAuliffe to get the job done, man.
I think McAuliffe has a lot of grit to him also.
Yeah. I like McAuliffe to get the job done here. I think he wins by knockout or decision. He also has submissions in his back pocket, so he's not a slouch on the ground if Oban Elliott wants to take it there. All right, so me and Andy O in agreement with Jonathan McAuliffe here. How did you have him winning, Andy O?
By decision or a knockout.
Yeah, same as me. All right, perfect. Let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Jacob Malkoun against Torres Finney here. And for this one here, Torres Finney is a massive, massive dude. This guy is built like a fucking fire hydrant. The guy is so thick. He's huge. He's muscular. He's built, not as, ripped as. I was surprised. Jacob Malkoun is also looking really good. I think this is the best I've seen this guy. He's looking muscular. He's looking ripped. He's got some abs there. Malkoun is looking in good shape, better than I've seen him before. Before, I used to see the chubbier Malkoun in some, earlier fights. This fight here looks like he came out in phenomenal shape. For this one, he's taller.
Shows you as he was doing something in the past couple years, I guess.
Yeah, man, he's been working out, looking good. And I like Jacob Malkoun's ground game as well. Coming out of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, he's got Jiu-Jitsu skills. He can scrap, and he's very scrappy on the ground. Can get himself out of dangerous positions on the ground, which Torres Finney is going to try to do. He's going to try to wrestle with Malkoun, and Malkoun's a good wrestler. I just like Jacob Malkoun to be a better all-around fighter with the striking, with also the scrappiness on the ground, and his ability to just scramble very well. I'm going with Jacob Malkoun to get the job done here, knockout or decision.
Yeah, no way, man. Finney is more ripped, bigger, more pumped, more juiced, and he's gonna have more power. And I don't think Malkoun's to be able to handle this dynamite. There's no more first fight blues here. This height's not going to make a difference either, because Torres Finney, he's been sparring against heavyweights that are way taller than Malkoun. Because no one really wants to spar with this guy either for some reason. To me, Malkoun's just like mid at best. He's got to hope for some ground control time because he's pretty good at that. But I don't see any of his skills really sticking out. He does have that butt bopper win against Andre Petrovsky, so that's my Jacob Malkoun highlight if there ever was one. Real deal. Remember that butt bopper?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Torres Finney is going to explode on him. No patience here. Just go after him. Rock him hard, get him down, and ground and pound Malkoun out. We also got to remember that Jacob Malkoun here, checking him. When was the last time he fought? I'm going to be thinking there's some ring rust here for him.
It's not that long ago. It was a year and 9 months ago against Petrovsky there. Exactly.
Almost 2 years. It's a little longish. Maybe not for a grinder mid kind of guy like him, because his skills aren't going to get that much better no matter what he does, I don't think. But still. Give me Finney by knockout or decision.
Yeah, we disagree in this one. I just have to point out one thing too, though. Jacob Malkoun is the more experienced fighter. He's fought the better fighters in Phil Hawes, Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Now look at this. Abdul Razak Al Hassan is also a very massive, huge, built, muscular black guy, kind of like the similar size of Torres Finney, and he beat him by unanimous decision. AJ Dobson, another wrestler type dude, a big guy too, beat him also by unanimous decision. Fought Brendan Allen, fought Nick Maximov. Fought Cody Brundage. I mean, Andre Petrovsky. So he's just fought the better fighters. Who has Torres Finney fought? Robert Valentin, a 10-6 guy, not much experience, and his striking wasn't that good in that fight. That's why I got to go with Jacob Malkoun there. But we'll see. You never know. So we disagree on this one here. Let's move on up to the next fight. We got here Here's a fight we agree on: Cam Ralston against Cody Brundage. Andy O, you're still sticking with
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cam Ralston here.
Yes.
This guy's better than I thought. Well-rounded, good skills, it seems. Brundage here, pulling up his pants, is exactly what I wanted to see. Happy about the booze he was getting. I like to see that too. You got to let that shit motivate you. But I don't know. I think Brundage's lucky streak may have run out searching for those DQs and no decisions here. And I think
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. I'm glad you said that, man. I'm just tired of Brundage's excuses, man.
Rosen's going to straightforward outstrike him. I think he's going to find his mark throughout the fight because I think Brundage's striking just doesn't. Even though it's been getting a little better, I don't think it quite is up to par. I'd like to see a slam by Brundage here, just for kicks. But in the end, I think we're seeing a Roaston win. Give me a decision or knockout.
All right, I like Cam Rouston as well in this one, man. I think he finishes Cody Brundage, man. He's got only one decision win in his career, 5 knockouts, 7 subs. He's going to have a 3-inch height advantage, as you can see here. He's much taller. I think he's even maybe 4 inches taller than this guy. He's also going to have a 3-inch reach advantage over Cody Brundage. Physically speaking, he's the leaner, very ripped, and in great shape. Brundage is a little bit thicker for sure. I can see that. Brundage is also maybe a little bit more muscular. But Rouston is more solid, and he's a lean, ripped, and taller guy too. I like that he's got the submission skills as well as the striking skills and the power. I'm going Cam Rouston all the way here. I'm sick and tired of Cody Brundage's excuses, getting into the cage, complaining to refs, complaining about this, complaining about that. Fights going to no contests, losing the split decisions to McConaughey, draw against Mansour Abdul Malik, losing to shitty fighters. I got to go Cam Rouston to get the job done here by finish. All right. We're in agreement with this one here. And now we've reached the main event of the prelims. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. We got Junior Tafa against Billy Elikana here. Yeah, who you got here, Andio?
I can't trust the Tafa personally, so I'm going to be going with Billy Ellen here. I like the fact that he's a little taller than him here. I thought for some reason that Junior Tafa was going to be taller. Tafa's going to have his danger earlier on in the fight, I think, for sure, because he's been known to gas out, and he will fade. I think he's a a bad nail. I don't know if he's a great hammer. We haven't seen him being a spectacular hammer yet. And he has very bad get-ups off the ground. Like, we've seen him give up kind of like against the cage, hoping that the round would end. Smoother striker is Ellen Kala. He has, I would say they have the same amount of power, but Ellen Kala's power will last longer, as well as his cardio for sure. And if anything, if it's even, man, his cardio is going to help him pull through with this win here. So give me Ellen Kala by knockout or decision.
Yeah, Billy Elikana in phenomenal shape. This guy looks muscular. He's built. He's ripped. Junior Tafa kept his shirt on there. Lost a lot of weight, though. Junior Tafa used to be a chubbier guy, much bigger before, but he lost a lot of weight. I think he lost a bit too much weight because he doesn't look as big as he used to, man. He
didn't look like a good big guy either. It was all like useless.
Yeah, he had a lot of that fat, but now he just looks like a really slimmer Junior Tafa with less power, in my opinion. And I think Billy Elikana is just gonna outpower him. Beat him on the feet, on the ground. If he gets him down, Junior Tafa absolutely sucks on the ground. Billy Elikana just got a submission in the last fight against Kevin Christian, a rear naked choke there. I definitely like him to get the win here by knockout or submission. Billy Elikana gets the finish in this one here. So there you have it, folks. Our final thoughts, predictions, and face-offs for the prelims. Stay tuned for the main card. Coming up next. KAMMA, let's get it.